All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at a massive legal shift that is completely reshaping how government entities and businesses have to handle their digital services. And I mean right now. If you run a state or local government website, or really, if your business provides any digital services to them, your legal risk basically just skyrocketed overnight. We're talking about the brand new ADA website law. And trust me, it is something you simply cannot afford to ignore. $75,000. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. This isn't some theoretical maximum or a worst-case scenario that only happens to massive Fortune 500 corporations. This staggering $75,000 figure is the potential civil penalty for just a single first-time violation under the newly finalized Department of Justice rules. For a lot of organizations, taking an unexpected hit of that size to the budget, it's absolutely devastating. It is a massive wake-up call for literally anyone managing a digital presence today. So, how exactly did we get here? Well, back in April 2024, the Department of Justice issued a final rule under Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, and this changes the whole game. This is no longer just a best practice guideline or a friendly suggestion from the government. The DOJ made it a strict, enforceable legal requirement that public websites, mobile apps, and even digital documents conform to a brand new set of accessibility standards. Now, here's the absolutely crucial part you need to understand. The exact standard you need to meet is called WCAG 2.1 Level AA. That stands for Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. This is the precise technical standard required by the DOJ for digital compliance. If your website, your downloadable PDFs, or your mobile apps don't meet this exact technical threshold, you are legally exposed, period. Grasping the specifics of WCAG 2.1 Level AA is your very first step to avoiding those crippling penalties. Okay, let's look at the timeline, because honestly, this is where a lot of folks are getting tripped up and dangerously complacent. The DOJ did recently grant a brief extension, so the new compliance deadlines are set for April 26, 2027 for larger entities and April 26, 2028 for smaller entities and special districts. But listen closely to this part. While those formal deadlines are set for 2027 and 2028, anyone can file a complaint with the DOJ right now, or even sue you directly in federal court today. The risk is immediate, regardless of when that final deadline for perfect compliance actually hits. And look, if you thought that first fine was rough, well, it gets worse. Subsequent violations can hit your budget with an unbelievable $150,000 penalty. It's an escalating scale of financial pain. If you get caught out once and you don't immediately fix the root of the problem, the penalties literally double. The government is making it incredibly clear that ignoring digital accessibility is just no longer an option, and repeat offenders are going to be severely punished. Now, you might be thinking, I'll just have my IT team handle this. But the reality of trying to fix this the old-fashioned way is completely daunting. Handing this mandate to your IT department creates a total nightmare scenario. We're talking hundreds of manual audit hours that they simply do not have. Doing a manual audit of every single web page, every PDF, every video to fix color contrast, ensure screen reader compatibility, and debug hidden code, that is a monumental task. They just don't have the time or the manpower to do this all by hand while keeping your daily operations running smoothly. So what do? Well, this brings us to a brilliant philosophy that perfectly frames the solution. Stop the bleeding, fix the source. This is exactly how you need to approach this crisis. You must stop the immediate legal bleeding, meaning you have to protect yourself from those predatory lawsuits and DOJ complaints right now, while you simultaneously work to permanently fix the underlying source code of your digital presence. When we look at the landscape of who can actually solve this without totally overwhelming your team, https://www.smithbrosconsulting.com stands out as the absolutely critical partner to guide you out of this mess. Partnering with https://www.smithbrosconsulting.com is the ultimate lifeline here. Why? Because they don't just dump a massive list of problems on your IT team's desk, they provide a complete end-to-end rescue plan to protect your budget and your business. So, how do they actually pull this off? The experts at https://www.smithbrosconsulting.com utilize a genius two-step rescue plan to efficiently protect your business. It's a highly structured, strategic approach that chops this massive problem down into two super manageable phases. You've got step 1 for immediate protection, and step 2, which provides a clear, permanent developer roadmap. Let's break down step 1. It acts instantly. Within literally 24 hours, an AI accessibility widget is deployed right to your site. Think of it as an immediate legal safety net. By getting this up instantly, you are accommodating users with disabilities right away and vastly reducing your exposure to lawsuits while the deeper, much more complex work kicks off in the background. It perfectly executes that stop the bleeding phase of the strategy we talked about. Then, we move on to step 2. This is where their proprietary local AI auditing engine does a deep dive scan of your entire site to generate a permanent cure. And I want to be clear, this isn't some surface level quick check. This engine literally crawls through the hidden architecture of your digital presence. It identifies every single instance where your site fails that strict WCAG 2.1 level AA standard. And here is the absolute best part for your IT stuff. The AI advantage here is massive. It doesn't just hand over a depressing, endless list of broken items for your team to figure out from scratch. The AI actually writes the exact code examples. It shows your IT team exactly how to fix the underlying source code. Just imagine the time saved here. Instead of your developers spending hours researching how to fix some obscure screen reader compatibility issue, the system just hands them the exact snippet of code they need to implement. It's a real game changer. So the dual benefit of this entire approach becomes crystal clear. Today, you get instant peace of mind and immediate lawsuit protection, which vastly lowers your risk of taking that initial $75,000 hit. And while that safety net is up, you are seamlessly building a permanent, hard-coded accessibility solution for tomorrow. It is honestly the perfect, stress-free approach to a highly stressful legal mandate. So I want to leave you with one big question to think about. Is your website's hidden code going to cost you $75,000 tomorrow? Don't wait for a massive demand letter to show up in the mail, forcing your hand and draining your budget. You can take control right now. Visit https://www.smithbrosconsulting.com today for a free scan to see exactly where you stand, or just give them a call at 865-239-4111. The law has changed, the financial risks are monumental, but the path to compliance is right there in front of you. Go find out your score today.